I hope everyone is having an awesome evening. Okay, y'all. I've just been doing some research about this David and Celeste situation. If you don't know, David is a musician who is or was in his 20s. He's in his 20s, and he was allegedly messing with Celeste. She was 13, 14 years old. He had been in a physical, okay, actual with the S relationship with this girl. And her family reported her missing. Come to find out, her body was found dismembered in David's trunk around the corner from his house. Y'all make this make sense to me. I just don't understand. Apparently, allegedly, David's father is a lawyer. So the only thing I could think of is maybe because his father is a lawyer that he's thinking, I could get away with murking someone, you know, murking someone, taking someone's life. Maybe he watched a lot of true crime videos. I don't know. Or movies or something. I don't know. Now, they say that he's into this anime, this type of anime. It's something like that. Some type of Asian inspired um, stuff that people, I guess, they play with the idea of dismembering people. And allegedly, that's why he could have possibly dismembered Celeste. Maybe it's like getting off some way, some type of way he get off on doing something like that. I do know that his music kind of spoke of him getting away with a murder or murking someone. There is a song that's out. There was also a live stream that David did at his home, and he had friends over. He had about three friends over, and it was two girls, him and his Asian friend. Um, what's his Asian friend name? I forgot their name already. But they were at the house, and one of the girls went into the bathroom, and she came back out, and she was complaining about the smell. She was like, it smells real bad in there. And he was like, oh, excuse my bathroom. I had to take a poop or whatever right before y'all came. Now, mind you, they were doing a live stream, and they had been sitting there for a while. So if he had poop before they came, that smell should have went away. But I'm thinking he must have did everything like dismembered Celeste's body in the house. Now, allegedly, y'all, okay, the police have found receipts from Postmates that were ordered from an unknown person, like maybe used with a prepaid debit card or something. Um, but a whole lot of purchases from the same card user were delivered to David's house. Get this, y'all. Okay? A pool, a blue pool, chainsaws, okay? Chainsaws, body bags, a burn cage. Who orders stuff like this? Why is this stuff even available for people to, well, the pool makes sense. A burn cage? Maybe a burn cage because people have trash and stuff they want to burn. I don't know. Two chainsaws? Why you need two chainsaws? I mean, I guess this is stuff that you can't. A body bag? Body bags? So the police are thinking that this guy, David, set up in maybe possibly his garage that pool, put Celeste in there, dismember her body, put her body in a couple bags, put her body in the trunk of his car. Well, let me go back. So put the dismembered body in those trash bags, froze them somehow because the evidence is showing that that body was frozen. And even though the body was found in the trunk of David's car, the front trunk of David's car, and a neighbor had contacted a tow company to come pick the car up because the car had been sitting there for a while. When that body was when they did the what they call it, when they examined the body, come to find out, they said the body had been frozen, and so it was left to thaw out in that car, I guess, to try to get rid of the smell. So David would have had to dismember that body, put the body in a freezer, some type of, probably a deep freezer or something if he had one. We're not sure if he had a deep freezer yet. And then he put the body into the car. Maybe it starts smelling in the house. So he put the body in his car, parked his car around the corner, went on tour, and then everything came out. Now, this all happened, the police are thinking around May of 2025, March or May of 2025. This is the weirdest thing to me ever, because is this like the dumbest criminals ever? Now, it's so much to this case. And I was thinking, are the police going to lock him up? Because for a long time, the police was not messing with David. He wasn't even on the run. They came to the house. They were looking for him. They attempt to get in touch with him through his manager. Next thing you know, he moved out that house, moved into a different house. And then, we would hear something every now and then. So it's real crazy to me how this whole situation is going, and what happened. The whole thing sounds real crazy. So today David had to go to court. His court case will resume around I believe it's May 29th. So it's the end of May. The court will resume, but his team, his lawyers, haven't even asked for discovery to find out what information that the prosecutors have. They didn't even ask for, they didn't even request that. Allegedly, they requested for David to wear civilian clothes during court versus requesting the information that the prosecution has so they could work on their defense. So now David don't make sense and his lawyers don't make sense. Do you have lawyers in training? Do you have what they call the lawyer interns as lawyers? I don't understand what's going on here. How is he expecting to win this case? Now, the only thing I could think of is because Celeste's body was dismembered, because y'all, okay, they dismembered her feet. They took her feet off her body, took her legs off her body, like her lower legs, like her calves, cut her thighs, that part of her leg on both sides from her body, took her head off, took her fingers off, her pinky and her ring finger. Now, allegedly, Celeste had David's name written on the inside of her ring finger. And so they're thinking that's why he dismembered her fingers, because he doesn't want that evidence to come out. Y'all, this story is extremely creepy. This dude is a serial killer. This dude is, who is that serial killer? I remember it was a TV show that I didn't like watching because I was like, this too creepy. It's giving me this is a real thing type vibes. What was the guy name? It's the guy, white guy, real pale. He had a regular job. Dexter. Is it Dexter? It's giving me Dexter vibes. Okay, this man allegedly murked and dismembered this young girl. Went on tour. Okay, was partying. Dismembered her body. Put her in the car. Had people in the house. He's still doing parties, doing live streams, doing interviews. This is crazy. What is this world coming to? Okay, y'all better be careful who y'all messing with out here, up here in these celebrities' faces and stuff too. Like, leave them alone. And I was thinking, like, did he do this as like, did he have to do this to like get initiated into like the Illuminati or something? Like, I'm just trying to make this make sense to me. First of all, you're in your 20s, you're messing with a 13-year-old. Then she passed away when she was 14. So the police are trying to say, that they believe she had been pregnant before. They believe she had been taking those what's the pills? The morning after pill. I forgot what it's called, but they believe she had been taking the morning after pill. They have text messages that from David's phone, from him talking to Celeste. All the evidence is there. I don't see how this young man is going to get out this situation. Allegedly, he has a younger brother, and his brother was on tour with him and Celeste. A lot of people are saying all three of them was on tour together at one point, or Celeste was visiting David on tour and his brother was there. And there's a picture allegedly with the brother and Celeste backstage. And a lot of people are saying that David's brother unfollowed David on his social media accounts. I just can't imagine what his parents are thinking right now. Like, what do you say when you got a child who is a very successful, okay, making millions of dollars from singing in his closet. He went from singing in his closet, and I remember when I first heard that story of his come up, I was like, singing in his closet? Why he in the closet? Why he ain't in the bathroom? But he do look like he would be in the closet, don't he? Like, literally, okay. He looked like he would be in the closet. I'm pretty sure he's out, if you know what I mean. But it don't give I want a female. It doesn't give he wants a female. It's giving you want a man, but you probably don't even like females. Now I just wonder, because allegedly David's brother unsubscribed from him on his social media accounts, and he posted on his social media account saying, he put a post up and then took it down real quick, and it said something like, um, messing with the child is crazy work or something like that. So you can tell that he David definitely doesn't have his younger brother's support. Now I remember this hearing about the story with David and how he ended up coming into his whole career. Allegedly, he couldn't find music that he needed to play in the background while he was gaming. And then he started creating music in his sister's closet. And I was wondering why he was in his sister's closet instead of his own closet. But no one ever brought that up. So I still don't know that. But he was in the sister closet. Now, knowing everything that we know, I wonder, is the sister okay? Because he's in her closet thinking of all types of criminal stuff, probably. Okay. Then I believe Roblox um, start promoting his music or something. So like he was big into playing the Roblox. And y'all, if y'all don't know, Roblox is like, it has a very bad rep. A lot of people on social media, a lot of grown people, adults are talking about how Roblox is not good for children. It's a lot of influence on there where people are have children doing a lot of weird stuff, like slicing themselves up, dismembering their own body parts, and even taking themselves out. It's a lot of information going around about that. And it's crazy that Roblox is still, still lasting. But look what they did, okay? So I told you that Roblox had started promoting music of David's on their video game, right? Now they're backing out of playing his music, and they put out a statement saying they don't support any of this and any of this type of behavior, which I thought is pretty crazy because y'all don't have a good reputation yourselves, and they need to be in somebody's court, okay? Because I've heard a lot of stuff about that Roblox. All right, they're saying a lot of children have took their own lives behind dealing with people on Roblox. Like they're saying it's grown people on there talking to very, very young children, and they're telling these children to do all types of crazy things to themselves and to other people, like harming people or harming themselves. The whole thing is very strange. And that may explain how David even got into doing all the stuff he's doing now. I'm just trying to figure out, how are you going to get away with this? Why would you do that when you done made all this money? You became successful off making music out of your sister's closet. Now you this huge successful guy. All these people looking up to you and singing your songs, and you have a whole audience. Then you go and do something like this, end your whole career, all your sponsors gone. For what? It does not make sense. But I guess it's just a lot of things in life that just don't make sense. And we probably would never get the answer to why, right? It just don't make sense. It I just don't get it. But yeah, that this is the story out here. This is the update with the whole David situation. And he's worrying about his appearance and wearing street clothes to the during the trial versus getting your team to figure out how to get you behind free. Okay, don't they need the evidence to know what they're going up against? It's the whole thing is strange. No wonder the parents, his parents, were avoiding talking to the police, because what they gonna tell him? I'm pretty sure they know some stuff, because I'm thinking this behavior right here cannot be new. And then they're claiming that there was a second person that was involved, and I really feel like it was his little boyfriend, his that guy that was his bestie. I really feel like it was that guy. But we don't know yet, because remember, that Asian dude, which is his best friend, the police picked them up, or he had to go talk to the police, and then he left the same day. And I remember when I saw that, I was like, they let him go? He must have snitched. Ain't no way. A body found in his best friend's car. Police pick him up because he's with him most of the time throughout each and every day, and then they let him go. He told them something, or they gave him immunity, just like they did with the Diddy case. They gave a whole bunch of witnesses immunity so that they can get the truth, hopefully, without having to lock everyone up. Because I guess if this was David's girlfriend, then the other person was just there to help the friend, help him, help David out. So I don't know. We don't know. They're not naming the second suspect, but there is allegedly a second suspect. TMZ has reported that, as well as Diddy's lawyer, his main lawyer. Um, Diddy's main lawyer, I believe his Burgos, or that's not his main lawyer. That's one of his lawyers that helped in his trial to get him off. Burgos, I believe, something like that. He has a podcast or something with the guy Harvey from TMZ, and Harvey said that's where he got that information from about there being a second person involved with the the whole situation. So I can't wait to find that out because I'm just thinking this story is crazy. It's super crazy, and I definitely will be following it. I believe his trial is going to be kind of like Diddy's trial. You're not going to be able to go in there, I think, unless you have like a pass or something. So I don't believe it's going to be televised. Like, we'll have to get our information from the people that's actually sitting in the court, which I know Amar Wiggins was in court today, um, for the court hearing today. And then I believe he's going to continue doing that as well. If y'all want to check him out, check out his information, because I started watching him earlier today when he was spilling the beans about what happened in court today. But yeah, this whole situation is just terrible. Why would you do this to this little girl? What? Why? Why? Oh, it could be because she was underage. That's like a child. So they have videos and pictures and everything of her, even having, even, with her not having clothes on. So I guess because of this type of case, maybe that's why they're not having anyone in the courtroom, because they're going to be showing evidence that they don't want to get out because she was a child. And they're trying to say that she was threatening him with, oh, if you're going to be messing with other people, or if you don't want me, I'm going to tell. I don't know. That could definitely be possible because grown people do that, right? Grown men and women act like that. So it's not far fetched that she probably said that. But at the same time, why are you messing with a child? You in your 20s and you're messing with a 13-year-old. That, oh boy, it's crazy. That type of behavior right there makes me think about all the men, the grown men who like young girls. Like, they like them 18. And I'm thinking if they like them at the age of 18, they'll like them even younger than that. Because to me, and I'm a woman, but I know what I was like when I was 18. I wasn't old enough to be with no grown ass man. So for a man who like young girls, and they say, oh, they like them 18 years old and they're 40, 50 years old and older than that, like, that's super creepy. Y'all better keep an eye on y'all daughters. That's exactly why right there I did not let my children do sleepovers. They couldn't have sleepovers and they couldn't go to sleepovers until they got like way up in high school. Probably 10th, 11th grade year. But before that, they could not have sleepovers. Now I don't want nobody at my house. I don't want nobody churn at my house, and my children ain't going to nobody's house. Like, I didn't play that. And I don't play that with my grandchildren either. But, you know, because you never know who's at people's houses. You have to be real careful when it comes to that. But yeah, y'all let me know what y'all think, how y'all feel about this situation. And I really didn't want to go over this case because I left this case alone because it sounded so strange, and it seemed like, okay, like an open and shut case, but I was like, this is too good to be true. But I ain't finding, but there's no new evidence that's coming out that makes David look innocent. So I was like, okay, I gotta do it. Gotta do it for YouTube. YouTube, like they say, do it for the gram. Gotta do it for YouTube. So yeah, I'm getting to the story real late. I've been heard about it, but I was just trying to hold off to see what I hear, see if something new would pop up. But no, same story, just gets worse. So y'all let me know how y'all feel about it in the comment section. Thank you so much for watching my video and supporting me. I really do appreciate it. Make sure you give me a thumbs up. Let's talk about it in the comment section. How do y'all feel about this? How many years do y'all feel like this dude is going to get? Because I think he's going to get life. And I think it's crazy. It's ridiculous, but y'all let me know how y'all feel about it. Again, subscribe to my YouTube channel here. Thank you. I really would appreciate it. Give me a thumbs up. Thank you so much for watching, and you all have a wonderful evening. Peace.